Good morning. As you can see, it's 4:30. It's 4:30 today, and I'm just about to get out on the road. You can see it's still dark. It's still dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out on the bike now. I'm going to go out as soon as it starts getting light. I'll give you more information about the stupid thing I'm attempting today. Right, it's 5:30 now. I've been cycling about an hour. I've done about 20 kilometres. I'm just about to go catch a ferry, but before I catch a ferry, I've just brought you here. Now, this monument here is to Commodore Ferry, who racked up here on July 14th, 1853. That's what it says here. Now, Japan was shut then. It wouldn't let anybody in, and there'd been a few skirmishes of castaways that had racked up on the shores and had been murdered and stuff. You know, they'd had their heads taken off the shoulders. So the Americans decided, we'll send somebody over there and we'll force them to open up so we can trade with them. And it was round here where he landed, and they've put up this massive monument that's been here since 1901. So it's 121 years it's been here. Now, we are going to get on a different boat journey now. So I'm just going to head over to the port and buy my ferry ticket. I've got my ticket, right. I'm now going to go to the ferry to get on. Shall we? Oh, this reminds me of Hokkaido. Not 3 weeks ago. You go around corner here. Look, there's more. Just more of them. Now, judging by the age of the people on this boat, I'm guessing this is what retirement is. I couldn't think of anything worse. Jumping on a ferry first thing in the morning, going over to Chiba, playing a round of golf and coming back home at night. Now, I've just got back from Hokkaido, where I cycled from the north down to Sapporo, and I've got 2 weeks before I've got to go back to work. Now, the kids are down at the grandma's, and I was just thinking, I can't sit about at home. So I pulled out the map, and where I live in Kanagawa is about a 20-kilometre cycle to Kurihama Port, which is just there. There's Kurihama Port now, we're just leaving it now. Now, across the bay, I don't know if you can make out that landfall there, but that's Chiba. What I'm attempting to do now is to cycle all the way around Tokyo Bay in one day. I think the one day is the easiest thing to do. But it's 3 prefectures: Kanagawa, Tokyo, and Chiba. I've just left Kanagawa now. Kanagawa's behind me. I'm now heading towards Chiba. I'll get off the ferry in Chiba. I'm then going to head north towards Funabashi, Tokyo Disney, and then I'll head into Tokyo. As soon as I cross the river, I'll be in Tokyo Prefecture. And then I'm going to cycle through Tokyo Prefecture, which will be the shortest prefecture of the lot. And then when I get into Kawasaki, I'll be in Kanagawa again. And then from Kawasaki, I'm going into Zushi. It's 190 kilometres, which would make it about 118 miles. Now, the weather conditions at the moment are perfect for this because it's overcast and it's not too hot, but it's only 6:30 in the morning. So I think it's going to warm up later. So with a bit of luck, I'm hoping I can get into Tokyo and clear the main bit of Tokyo by lunchtime. That's what I'm hoping for. Now going into Tokyo, I think it's going to be the difficult thing, because there's a lot of toll roads and stuff where bicycles can't go. I've kind of worked out a route through, but I'm hoping I'm not going to get jammed up with these wrong turns. If you're in a car, you're straight through, you just pay the tolls and you're straight through, but you can't do that when you stick into the bay. So I'm just going to have to go a little bit inland in Chiba before I hit Tokyo, get over the bridges, and then once I'm in Tokyo I'm alright. So that is the challenge I've set myself for today. Arigatou. Welcome to Chiba, the second prefecture of the day. I'm going to 3 prefectures, but I will be doing Kanagawa twice, so I'll be doing 4. Right, let's get on the road. Oh, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I haven't done this since Hokkaido, which was about a week ago. I've been on the road in Chiba for about 10 kilometers now. About 10 kilometers. And it's still countryside. When you think of what I've left in Kanagawa, where it's all built up, right next to the port, where I am in Chiba now, it's like being in the middle of the countryside, in Aka countryside. I mean, the sea is over to me. The sea is over to me left there. I don't know if you can see it through these houses, but the sea's there, and in front of me, just forest and countryside. There's hardly any houses here compared to Kanagawa. Everywhere you go, always with the rice. Always with the rice. That's the first time I'm seeing Tokyo on the signs. The first time. The bridge. I'm in Chiba, but I'm crossing a bridge for the first time in a while over this river. I'm not sure what it's called because there was no sign. But as you can see, it's just been heavy industry for the last 20-25 kilometers. And now that all you see behind me, there's all bushes and trees at the side of the road, and it kind of hides it all in a nothing to see here kind of way. But now that I've just crossed over the river, you see it in all its glory. It's like opening scene from Blues Brothers. It's horrible. And I'm going to, as soon as I get over the other side of the bridge, the bushes and the trees and everything start again, so it blocks it all off. And if I'm right with my map reading, as soon as all this heavy industry finishes, you get to Disneyland, whatever that means. And then we've got Mukahari Messe. Now Mukahari Messe is a baseball stadium, the Chiba Marine Stadium. It's the biggest baseball team in Chiba. Now I was supposed to be there yesterday. Yesterday was Summer Sonic. Now they have 2 days of music. They've got a stage in the baseball stadium, and they've got these indoor venues. Now I've been to a fair few gigs up here. I've seen Foo Fighters twice. I saw Oasis back in 2005 before they started hating each other. Coldplay. Loads of bands. Me and Sophia, my daughter, she saw her first gig there, which was Foo Fighters when she were 5. So I've got some history with it. Now I was supposed to be up there yesterday to go see Primal Scream. So I thought, right, what perfect way. Me and my son, I'll take him to his first gig and it'll be Primal Scream. Now, what I didn't pencil into the situation was, what I didn't think of was, he's 9. He's not the 5-year-old in Sofia that I took to go see Foo Fighters. She doesn't really know what's going on. And I said to him, look, Primal Scream, they're brilliant. Listen to this, listen to that. This was about 2 weeks ago, and he just went, nah, not for me. So he went down to his grandmother's with my daughter, and they've just been raising hell with the cousins down there. So I had these 2 tickets for Primal Scream, and I was supposed to go yesterday, but today was the only day that I could come and do this Tokyo Bay Cannonball. And I thought, I can't cycle up there, watch Primal Scream and then cycle around. So I had, and plus I had 2 tickets and nobody wanted to go with me. So I went online and I sold them, and the person that I sold them to asked me why I wasn't going. So I told him, and he said, right, I'll live stream it for you, because you could, it were an all day pass. So we were going up there at 10 o'clock, he were going in and he was seeing this, that and the other band, and he wanted to go see Primal Scream as well, because I think they were the headline set. I don't know who were headlining in the baseball stadium, but they were the headline set in the inside place. So he live streamed it for me and I watched it. Thank you very much. And they were great, they were absolutely fantastic. And I was supposed to be there yesterday, but I didn't go. And I don't know, I've got to get the lad to a gig soon. Got to take him to his first gig, and it's just started to open up now. I think bands are coming here now, but there's still a fucking mask thing going on, and I think that's what's keeping them away, because the lineup were not so good. The lineup wasn't so good yesterday. There weren't any standout bands really that were playing. So I'm hoping in the next couple of years, next summer Fuji Rock and Summer Sonic again, there'll be a better lineup. Anyway, yeah, so that's my story of this place round here. I've just come over the river from Chiba. I waved goodbye to Chiba. I've just cycled through it, and now I'm into the most expensive, the most densely populated city in the world. And you can see there, I'm in Edogawa Ward, and I'm just entering Tokyo. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get to Tokyo Tower. It's huge, isn't it? The 2 viewing decks. Now, in 2011, during the massive earthquake, there were people, that were just about near completion, but there were people at the top of that, builders, building it when that big earthquake hit. Now, where I were on the 4th floor somewhere in Tokyo was scary enough, but being on top of that, they must have been shitting themselves. This is the Great Sumida River. This is the river that runs straight through the middle of Tokyo and out and drains out into Tokyo Bay. This means that I've made it halfway across Tokyo. That way is Nihonbashi. I've got to head down there, keep it on the Route 14, and then down there I should find the Route 15 for my left turn. But this does mark a big milestone in the journey, because it means I'm over halfway, but this is the significant halfway. This is the signpost. I mean, look, let me show you. See the bullet train up there? That's going into Tokyo Station. But this, it's a main road. It's a main road. I've just stopped at a traffic light 200 metres behind me. I'm now stopping at another one. And this is a main road. I've just stopped at a traffic light back there. You can see there's just a rack of red lights in front of me. Yes, my first Yokohama sign. I'm 27k from Yokohama. Kawasaki's 14k, so I'm 14k from Kawasaki, which means I'm 14k from Kanagawa. I'm out of water, I'm out of any sort of liquid, so I think I'm going to stop off, get myself a convenience store sandwich. I've just had my lunch at this family mart here, the usual convenience store sandwich, but I stopped out here because I've got all these sprays to keep you nice and cool in the summer, which is all well and good, but the people of Tokyo don't seem to be made of the stuff the rest of Japan's made of, especially them in Hokkaido. This one flying Hokkaido, and it was just as hot. Yeah, they're a bit soft around these parts. So the significance of doing this bicycle ride today, I've gone through 3 prefectures and I'm going through Kanagawa twice, so you can call it 4. But when you hit Kanagawa, when you do this ride, it means that you're back in your home county, your home state. And where Tokyo stops and Kanagawa starts is right here at this river. Now, even although you're a stone's throw away from Tokyo, the house prices here are cheaper. So what a lot of people do is they will work in Tokyo and live here and commute in. The apartments over there, which are pretty much similar to the apartments over here, those will be a lot more expensive than these ones, because that is the capital. This isn't. Kanagawa Prefecture, Yokohama, Kanagawa's best city. This city is head and shoulders above Tokyo. I am nearly back. This is the town before the town. I'm in Kamakura, the ancient capital of Japan. Got all these lanterns here. It's a nice little shaded walkway. The emperors must have walked back in the day, keep out at the sun. There'll be a gap and a bridge. And on that bridge it says Sushi City. So I'm just crossing into Sushi City now. I'm nearly there. 200 kilometres. 200 kilometres. I set off at 4:30 this morning. I got on the ferry at 6:20. I arrived 30 minutes later in Chiba, and I've been in the saddle all day. I don't know what time it is now. I'm thinking 5:30. So that's 13 hours. Probably 12 hours in the saddle with the brakes and the ferry. I will do a thing to camera. I've suffered too long today not to enjoy this. It tastes a lot better when you've done something. Right. Let's check. Let's check what the stats are. So, oh, that ice cream tasted damn sight better after you've done all this cycling. Right. So I'm looking at my Strava. Dang. So, I don't know if you can see that. and 19, kilometre an hour average, 10 hours 25 minutes moving, and 195 kilometres done. See you later.